Got Awaynasap Niamiah. I'm ready for R at the ISUBK camp. What's going on, family? What's going on? What's the word with GOCC?
GOCC is doing well. You know, we out here flourishing, doing our thing, daily studies, just trying to stay close to Christ and the Most High. You know, just trying to walk that path.
Praise the Most High, just trying to bear that light in these last days for our people.
Absolutely.
Okay. Now, me and Awaynasap been talking about doing a possible lecture together. He was interested in doing something for the indigenous people and the Latino people, the connection. We're gonna get that.
Yeah, so it's interesting you say that, brother, because I've been in talks with my brother Mala Ak from AOC, and we got plans to definitely bring forth a powerful presentation in an event that will most high willing to take place sometime around Hispanic Heritage Month, so-called Hispanic Heritage Month, which is September 15th to October 15th. We're going to try and do something in and around that time. Like I said, if it be the Most High as well, it's a lot of things we got to solidify. We got to get a venue. You know, we got to get certain particular topics that we really want to discuss and jump in on. But we're hoping it'll be a two-part series. One part to show the connections from, I guess you could say, a secular perspective, and showing the historical and archaeological evidence concerning our people. And then also, part two will be a Hebraic perspective, a follow-up. So we'll show how Latinos and so-called blacks have been united from day one. You know, we'll take a look at the struggles and history and things of that nature. And then part two, we're going to show you the Hebraic connections and bring forth that powerful archaeological evidence that's there, and really kind of, you know, show the masses that we all one people. Judah and Ephraim one stick.
And the one thing that they've been doing lately is trying to separate our struggles as a people. You know, you have so many things going on that are being publicized, that's being attacked on Judah, but there's not much, you know, exposure to what's going on with the Northern Kingdom. You know, with Issachar, with Ephraim. Matter of fact, Issachar brother out in LA just got shot down, and they didn't receive much publicity because they want to kind of downplay the connection of oppression between the Northern and Southern Kingdom in America. So what we need to do right now is we need to galvanize one another. We need to galvanize the people and bring us together to understand that we are the same people.
That's right.
Because before the slave ships came to America, there was a straight out genocide against the Northern Kingdom. And that's not being documented as a conglomerate of history because they don't want us to know that we're together, because as long as Israel is separated, there's no protection from the Most High. So it's very important that the Northern Kingdom and the Southern Kingdom understand that we are the same people, because without that, there is no salvation.
All right, now you mentioned Northern Kingdom, Southern Kingdom. What kingdom are you actually talking about? Because not everybody.
So essentially, just to break it down real quick, a lot of times you'll hear Hebrew Israelites refer to the Northern Kingdom and the Southern Kingdom. What happened was, after King Solomon's rule, his son, King Rehoboam, took over for the house of Judah. The house of Judah was essentially placed geographically on the southern part of Israel. The house of Judah also encompassed the house of Benjamin and the Levites, which were scattered throughout all 12 tribes. Now the Northern Kingdom was controlled by King Jeroboam, who's from the house of Ephraim. Now it's called the Northern Kingdom because Ephraim and the other Northern Kingdom tribes were geographically placed to the north of the Israelite landscape. So they were actually divided. So the Most High gave every tribe their own lot, and you have the Northern Kingdom established in the north of Israel and the Southern Kingdom established in the south. So when it came time to different captivities, the Northern Kingdom actually fled during the Assyrian captivity, which happened in the mid-8th century BC. And we actually fled to the Americas, while the Southern Kingdom stayed behind until the Romans came in and took over Jerusalem in 70 AD, which is when the Southern Kingdom fled into Africa, into the Atlas Mountains and into West Africa, what we know today as that land. So you have the Southern Kingdom, which are known as the so-called black people, and the Northern Kingdom, which is known as the so-called indigenous people, the Native Americans, the Latinos, and so on and so forth.
You know what? It sounds like you're a great historian. You have a great way to break those things down. I like to get your take on Science and creationism. Obviously, August 2nd is going to be a huge conference at the National Black Theater. I don't see any Hebrews on the bill. I think Divine Prospect either was or is on the bill. I don't know, but I would say somebody as itself, Awanyasap, could have been a viable candidate to speak on these particular things. But I want to get your take on it. Is creationism real? Is science real? What's going on with these particular topics? How you feel about
to be honest with you, you know, the scriptures itself, when you look into the Hebrew word for science, it actually means knowledge. So when you're talking about science, you're actually talking about facts that you can prove. It's the truth. It's not a theory. It's not something that's abstract. So a lot of times when people talk about creation, they're still dealing with theories, the Big Bang theory, the evolution theory. They're not dealing with facts. Our scriptures prove beyond a shadow of a doubt what is true and what is not. Because when you look historically at a lot of the new science and a lot of the new theories that have come forth, a lot of the things that were once believed have been cast down because science progresses over time. So as science progresses, they actually wake up to see how true the scriptures have been. At one time, it was said that the world was flat, but the scriptures always read that the world was round. You know, you talk about stars, the scriptures tell you that the stars are circles, they're balls of fire. You see, when you read in the book of 2nd Esdras, it talk about how there is no evolution, there's actually de-evolution. You see? So that's the difference in when you're dealing with science and when you're dealing with the scriptures.
So,
you see what I'm saying?
So you're saying back in the day, we were actually a more superior version of ourselves than we are now?
Absolutely, absolutely. And you can see that even archaeologically. I mean, our people's bone structure was different. You can even see that within this 100-year period. I mean, if you look at our forefathers, even our grandparents and our great-grandparents, and you see the disposition that they have, and you see the character that they have and their stature, you'll see that is much greater than these youth today. They didn't struggle with diabetes and cancer and these things, but now we do. Our stature decreases with time because sin has filled the entire earth, and as a result, we're seeing the curses of that. We're seeing the abstract effects, the effects from that.
So you took it to a place that I love to be in.
I know where you're going to. I know where you're going. I already know where you're going.
I want to mention
Parasite. Alright,
I didn't want to go too long on this, but I love what ICP is doing in regards to bringing people together. Anybody that follows Awaynasap, aka R, ready for Raw on Instagram, Facebook, know that I'm a Raw for the channel.
Right.
And this is a barbecue.
Right.
You said that back in the days, we were better versions of ourselves.
Absolutely.
Now, would you say that if we did a progression to veganism or raw foodist, to a raw foodtarian,
right,
is that the way that we should be going?
I would say the way that we should be going as a people is the law, statutes, and commandments contained in the Bible. And when you read the dietary law,
in respect to Genesis 23, I think it's the chapter
Genesis
23,
chapter 1, verse 28. I think you think
it says the food from Eden, how we should be eating. Obviously, we fell from grace according to the Bible.
But like the brother was just saying, like Awanyasap was just saying, the earth is not in the same condition that she was in times past. So the same way that the meats or the animals are lower in stature, the fruits and vegetables have suffered the same thing, man. So the earth itself is in a breaking stage.
And I'm sorry, brother, but it tell you when we get into the kingdom of the Most High, that one grape will be able to fill an entire bottle of wine. Just one grape. So that goes to show you we're dealing with grapes this big now.
We're not there right now.
You understand? You can't even quench your thirst off one grape.
So keep the commandments.
But we gotta breeze, man. It's a pleasure. It's always a pleasure building with you. I got my elder here. We about to go eat. You know, all praise to the Most High. We're gonna build as a family and fellowship. And I just want to let people know, stay in tune with the Most High in Christ, because the things that are happening in these last days it's a lot of deception going on, and the scriptures is the only book that speaks to that. You're seeing a lot of desolations and abominations being set up. So just keep a watchful eye, listen to your spirit, and stay in tune with the Most High.